Hello everyone, I'm fucking back. It's been a hot minute since I filmed on this channel. I would say 2015 was the last time I really shot anything, and a lot has changed in my life in terms of growth, mentally, physically, and whatnot. And where I came from when I first started Instagram, from showing tactical gear to fitness, which I'm still a big avid of and whatnot, until who I am now as a person. And I think I have a lot to share with you guys, on this channel. And I'm big on the personal development, something that I had to learn myself. I grew up without a father. Before we even dive more deep into this, if some of you are new to this channel, my name is TrungBNguyen. I was a refugee, fled a war-torn country in Vietnam at 3 years old, got placed in Section 8 home in Chicago, grew up in one of the harshest environments possible, fatherless, mother working all the time, had to find my way through life, to me going into the military during the peak of the war, during the GWAT era, serving as an Army Ranger, doing that, now doing 14 plus years of law enforcement spanning from multiple departments, being on a full-time SWAT team for over 5 years as a shield operators and whatnot. So that's a little backstory about me. And this is something I always wanted to do, was pick this channel back up. God's called me. I felt this need, I have so much to give up here that I feel like could be of value to you guys, right? And then I think this is where this channel is going to do, man. We're going to be doing a lot of things. I'm a big avid gamer, so I'll be filming on Twitch. I'm going to be playing this game called Ready or Not. I guess it's like a very heavy tactic-based game, and those are really into tactics, SWAT tactics and whatnot, or just CQB. They play that game, so I'm going to be breaking that down, the scenarios, what I would do, and how would I take a room and everything about like that. But that's just another chapter, guys. Another little segment of what's to come. But I wanted to do this video to start at the bottom ground. I'm not going to edit anything. This is going to be raw, uncut, because I want you guys to understand who I am. And, I want to break it down from the very beginning. 3 years old, man, leaving Vietnam. Little kid, innocent, didn't know what the fuck was going on. My family fled, obviously, because of what the situation was in Saigon. Poor living. The communists overtook the South, wreaking havoc, making life miserable for the people there and whatnot. And my mom wanted a better life for us, a better life for my sister, a better life for me, and she decided, I got to give that woman props. Fearless, young, early 30s, leaving a country she grew up knowing to go to a country that she has no family over there, with $10 to our name. We literally, our whole entire family pitched together money, and it equaled out to be $10 US. Can you imagine that? A mother of 3 leaving what she known, her mom, her father, her brothers, and everybody, to find a better life for us. And another topic I want to touch on, I have a half brother that unfortunately died. Right? He first was the one to try to go over to America first to get a foothold, to get a house going, so that when we get over there we can kind of ease into life. But he died crossing the ocean. They were in a boat of 80 people, man, in this raggedy boat, and they were crossing the ocean. I don't know who was navigating. Obviously, I was too young to know. But at the end, only 2 people survived, and a 70-something-year-old lady and a very young girl. The rest of the people on that boat died of starvation, died of diseases, died of whatever the causes are, out there. I can't imagine that struggle. Can you imagine that? That's why sometimes we sit back, we sit here, we bitch and moan about the little things, oh, this sucks, I got to do this. But think about this, man, how blessed it is. That's why I feel so grateful every morning. When I wake up, I have a roof over my head. I have this room that I'm able to shoot this vlog in. I can order food on my cell phone instantaneously. We forget that we are so blessed, right? Just don't ever forget that. But back to the story. So my brother died. I didn't know about that until later in my life, until my mom was ready to tell me. So we didn't end up in we didn't end up in the United States right away. We had to spend a year in the Philippines that fought freedom, because they had to in-process us. They had to make sure that basically to vet us, to make sure that we're not a communist party or somebody who's trying to infiltrate the United States. So I remember living in the Philippines. I remember bits and pieces. We were living in these man-made huts in this village where they put us in, and I was running around shirtless, and I remember having the bare amount of food to eat. But I was a kid, I didn't know any better. So we went through that. That was a big flash for me because I was so young. Made it to Chicago, Illinois when I was 3 years old, man. And they put us in Section 8 homes in the uptown of Chicago. Let me tell you, that area is fucking rough. Section 8 homes. My neighborhood was surrounded by conservative vice lords, four corner hustlers. On one block, that's where I was living. On the other side of the block of the street was Latin Kings. And down, like less than a mile away, was the Gangster Disciples. So they were constantly fighting each other. And me being pitted into that situation growing up, I had to grow up really fast. I never had a father. My mother when she landed here, she literally started working immediately, trying to find 2 jobs right away. My sisters were busy trying to go to school, and they can try to take care of me as much as I can. And I can tell you, man, growing up in that type of environment, it really I grew up faster than I wanted to. I thought it, but honestly, when you grow up in neighborhoods like that, you think all that is normal, like shootings, stabbings, fightings, drugs, drug dealers, druggies, just all that. I was surrounded by that throughout my life, and I gotta thank God. He has steered me in so many ways in the right direction that I didn't fall down that trap. And I'll go more into that in later videos. But my life has been a struggle, man. I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I remember eating dinner with my family. We literally had instant noodles and white rice in a bowl, and that was our meal. Me, my sister, my mom. I thought that was normal. Sometimes if we're lucky enough, she'll throw in like a couple of eggs for protein. But the majority of the time, we had to eat that for a long freaking time. And I had to wear girl clothes at a second-hand clothing store that was a hand-me-down from other people too, because we were that fucking poor. But through all that, it has made me into the man I am today. The struggles, the hardship. When I was younger, I blame. I was wondering, like, why is this happening to me? Why is all this happening? All this struggle, all this thing. Why? When I look back on it now, I'm 42, I'm grateful for it. It's really put gratitude in my life. It's really shown me hard work. It shows me perseverance. It shows me that it doesn't matter what hand you're dealt in life, right, guys? Because look, we when we are born, we don't get to choose our family. We don't get to choose the class we're born into. We don't get to choose any of that, right? Life just hands us a deck of cards. But you know what? We have this. We have our attitude, that deck of cards that we have. We can play that hand. And the one thing I wanted to really reiterate in this video and future videos is, like, no matter where you're born, no matter what you're going through, that's not the end all be all. You can be more if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to put in the effort, if you have that relentless drive, if you have that perseverance. And the only person that can really do that is you. And I'll close on this, just like a little introduction. This little introduction piece is that I can sit here, and try to motivate you, and David Goggins and this Jocko and whoever you guys think is like a big motivator out there, right? But if you don't make that switch yourself, if you're not sick and tired of the way you're living as a human being, as a person, and when you look in that mirror every morning, if you're out of shape, if you're not, getting after life, and you're just fucking moseying along. Only you can make that switch. And if you decide to make that switch, it's just a flip of a switch. Once you decide that I'm fucking sick and tired of the way I'm living, I'm sick and tired of not being a man of purpose, I'm sick and tired of not being somebody that my family, the legacy that I want to break that curse, right? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm going to break my fucking family's curse. And what's that curse? Of poverty, a poor mindset, of just struggle. I will be that person. And I know you can be that person too, if you're willing to put in work. So if that's what you're down and that's what you want to be a part of, this community that I'm going to grow, then you are welcome to tune into this channel, because I have a lot of knowledge I'm going to pass down to you guys. And maybe, obviously pick and choose. You don't have to listen to everything I have to say, but if you take something important from this, if it makes you think and if it makes you, want to be better, then my channel has done its job. So again, I just want to appreciate all of you guys. I'm going to start releasing videos once every week and really dive deep into my life. Then from there, we're going to build upon how I can help you to succeed in whatever you guys want to do. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it's Trung, Trung, B as in boy, my last name, Nguyen. Send me a DM, ask me questions. I will bring those questions and I will answer it here on this channel so that I can assist you. Because again, I know I've learned a little something throughout my life, and I think I have something of value to pass on to you guys, right? I'm not no fucking guru. I'm not no dudes like, oh, I'm gonna make you rich in fucking 30 days bullshit, right? This is real shit that's gonna build that foundation for you so that you can be an asset. You can be somebody that your family members, your friends, or whoever's closest to you can look up to you. Again, guys, thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to the channel. If you guys want more of this type of content, I really appreciate it. Share it. Again, I appreciate you, and let's get it on. 2025, this is February. Life is short. Let's fucking get it.